Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to day 4 of the 5-day abundance challenge, which I love calling the abundance reset. Perfect time to be doing a reset, coming to the end of the second month of the year, 2022. And so all things getting into an abundant mindset, shifting and transforming our mindset into higher levels of abundance, to receive in abundance. Whatever your goals are, pop it into the chat as you're hopping on. Hello. And if you have been joining me since day 1, we're already on day 4 and we have one more day after today. Pop into the chat what you are hoping for, what your intention is by being here today. What are you calling into your life? I've already had some people in our community share that they are wanting to grow their businesses, their wellness businesses. Some people are really calling in more wealth, more money, finance, stability in finances. I've already had some people share that they are calling in the love of their life. So, if you would like to share, pop it into the chat. If not, that is completely fine. But welcome. I'm so excited to be here today. These last 4 days have been phenomenal already. We have been talking about all things abundance. So day 1, we did an abundance audit. So really setting the stage, clearing out our field. We're going to be doing a little bit more of that today. Then we dove into the abundance, the frequency, getting in the frequency of abundance. So abundance is all around us. It is everywhere. But are we in the frequency of abundance, and are we in the frequency of receiving? So yesterday we talked about the art of receiving abundantly. So as you're hopping on, say hello. Hi. So good for you to be here. I'm so excited. And I am ready to dive in all things clearing abundant blockers. Today is going to be a great session. I'm going to be sharing with you some very powerful prompts that you can do in your own time. We can do them together. I want this to be interactive and you get out what you put in. That's it. It's not enough to simply sit and watch. Do be comfortable. Do get yourself nice and cozy. But if you are wanting to call in more abundance in your life, then we need to move our feet. We need to put in the work, right? Life is not going to hand it over to us on a silver platter. But if we get into energetic alignment, it might feel this way, that things are just handed to us on a silver platter. But we have to do the work first, the mindset work. We have to unlearn and relearn. We have to let go. And this can be a very deep, it can sometimes be a very painful process for many, but it is a process nonetheless. We don't rush it. Nature doesn't rush, yet everything is accomplished. And so the same in our lives, right? So let me just make sure that I can see all of your comments here. Here we go. Hello. Yes. Hi, Eddie. Welcome. Lisa, more abundance of growth in her wellness business. Amazing. Awesome. So glad for you to be here today. We are talking all things abundance. So I'd love to see in the chat, what has been standing out for you? What breakthroughs can we celebrate? It's been 3 days. I know that there are celebrations to be had. What are the biggest takeaways that you'd like to share with us? Pop it into the chat so that we can celebrate. And if you are just hopping on now, I highly recommend that you tune in to day 1 so that you can really set the stage for this and build and gather momentum in the right step-by-step process. This is the way that I've designed these next 5 days. Of course, this is a process that we do for the rest of our lives, but if you really commit to the work in each day, you can experience some really big shifts very, very rapidly. So, team, let's dive in. All things clearing abundance blockers, right? So we established that abundance is everywhere. Abundance is everywhere. We live in an abundant universe. Look outside. Nature is around us. I just did a workout, and as I was doing my workout, it rained about 4 times, and then it was sunny skies about 4 times, alternating. No joke. It was raining, then it was sunny. It was raining, and it was sunny, and the rain was nearly parallel to the ground. And nature does its thing. Nature does its thing. Sometimes we might question it. Why is it like this? Why does this happen? But we can trust that nature is always bringing itself to balance. The atmosphere, pH, is always optimal at a certain level. And the same thing is when it comes to abundance. We want to be able to be in this place of, first of all, acknowledging that abundance is everywhere. And one of the activities that I'm going to have you do is going to prompt you to start to activate within you, realizing that there is abundance around you every single moment of every day. We hold great vision, but what happens when we experience these blocks is that we don't stick to the vision, right? We are highly intuitive, highly creative, highly powerful beings. And that is why many times if we're experiencing blockers, it is us who's standing in our way. Give me like an amen or yes if you know what I'm talking about. Because when I look back at my own story, I realized that I was the one who had gotten in my way. But again, I say this from a place of love, and I say this knowing that we do our best in every situation, whether it is to protect ourselves. Yeah, Mia, hello, agree. Yes, LOL. Eddie, yep. Right? We are so powerful. We are such visionaries. You are a visionary. You hold great vision. That is why you're here today, because you recognize that there is great things for you, that there are great things ahead of you. But what happens is when we don't stick to it, this is when what seeps in are the doubts and the worries and the stories, right? And I touched on it a little bit yesterday, but remember that a lot of the times when these abundance blockers come our way, it's because we get too caught up in the logical, in the linear. We get too caught up in the how and in the when. And then we start to doubt ourselves. And then our logical brain comes in and says, there's no way you can achieve that. Who are you to be capable of earning this much? Or who are you to be capable of meeting that person, your soulmate? There's a lot of work to still be done, right? But you are capable of anything. You are capable of attracting anything. And you know why? Because you've attracted every single thing in your life right now, whether it is more of a negative thing, whether it is more toward what you don't really desire, or it's truly what you desire. You have attracted it. What is in your field, what is in your world, and this might hit some people, this might be a hard pill to swallow, but when I realized this as well, I thought, that's true. Every single thing in your field you have attracted. You are powerful enough to attract all that you have created in your life. Now, what I'm so passionate about and what I teach is being intentional, highly intentional about what we attract, right? Because we are constantly manifesting, constantly, every single second, every single moment. Thoughts become things. Thoughts become feelings, become actions, become behaviors, right? So this is why the mindset piece is so key. So what I teach and what I'm here to share with you today is to start deconstructing these fears. Start breaking down the walls and to start moving forward and to start intentionally manifesting, intentionally putting out what we desire to receive, right? So are you open to receiving miracles? Are you open to it? Maybe you're not, but are you? Pop into the chat if you are. Make it a statement. Say it out loud if you are. Are you open to receiving miracles? Beyond that, are you open to recognizing them? That's actually the first step, right? And if you have this huge goal that you're going for, but whatever you have in mind, so we have some goals around business in here, business growth, impact. I know that we have women who have physical goals to be fitter, healthier. I know that we have some women in here as well who have goals to meet their ideal partner. Financial goals, career goals, whatever it is that you have in your mind, do you believe it enough, even when others don't? Or do you choose to believe the stories, right? What limiting beliefs do you hold? Now, I'm going to run us through a series of questions. And like I said, this is going to be interactive. If you have a piece of paper and pen or pencil with you, or some place where you can take notes, or if you just want to ideate and think about it and then come back and do the exercise, then you can do it. But these are some powerful prompts that I have for you today. I'm so excited to dive in. And they're going to hit home, right? So think for yourself. Ask yourself right now, what is it that I'm calling in? Number one, what is it that I'm calling in? Just think about it for yourself. Am I calling in 6 figures this year? Am I calling in the love of my life, my dream house, that dream vacation? Am I calling in? What is it that you're calling in? Then ask yourself, do you believe that you get to have this goal, to obtain what it is that you're calling in? Do you truly believe it? Yes or no? Full body yes, or not so sure. You've thought about it, it's in your heart. Do you believe that this is for you? Chances are it is if you've thought about it. Now, what are some of the beliefs that come up? You don't need to share them, just write them down or think about them. What are the blocks that are getting in your way? Why haven't you received that right now? Why are you not there? Why are you not experiencing that reality for yourself right now? And by the way, inside of my programs, I teach how you get to experience that reality in the moment right now. But for the purpose of this exercise, any blocks that you're experiencing, why is that not in your reality, your physical reality right now? Why have you not received that yet? What are the blocks that are coming up for you? What are the fears and the worries and the doubts? We're getting real here. We're getting raw. But I am asking you straight, and for you to ask yourself straight and to be honest with yourself, if not for me, for you. Not even for me, for you. Purely for you. And so what is it that is holding you back? Right? What is holding you back from being the definition of rich that you want to be? What is holding you back from having that dream car that you so desire? What is holding you back from being your fittest self? What is holding you back from meeting the love of your life? Do you believe that you will? So, trust that you have those things in mind. Now, with those blocks in mind, whether you've written them down or you have them in mind, I want you to ask yourself, honestly, is this true? Is this fear true? Simple. Is it true? Yes or no? Write it down in your notes or think about it. Is it true? Because many times we choose to believe, and I'm going to talk a lot about the power of choice, the power of decision, and how this plays a huge role in what we bring about in our physical life, what we manifest, the goals that we achieve, and how quickly we get to accelerate our results, is whether we believe deeply that it is or not. Is it true? Because if it is true, these are fears that you're holding, and it is true that this very might be, it is a block, number one, and will slow down the process of making it a reality or receiving it. And if you want to play around with this a little bit, pop it into the chat. Whatever is coming up for you, pop it into the chat in the comments so that we can play around with this. If you are in our Telegram, private Telegram group, feel free to share it in there so that we can unpack it a little bit more. Not a problem. Second question. Is this a valid enough reason for me not to move forward? Is whatever this fear or block that you have a valid enough reason for you not to move forward, right? Be honest with yourself. Is it valid? Is it true? And is it valid? Is it worth me not moving forward, according to whether it's true to you or not? I trust that you have an answer for yourself. The third question, this is one of my favorites. What is it costing you to stay where you are? What is it costing you to stay where you are? What is it costing you to stay where you are? And what are you getting from not hitting your goals? What are you getting from not taking action? Be honest with yourself. These are some great questions to ask ourselves. And this is the beginning of stepping forward out of these blocks. Clearing these blocks is, first of all, calling them out, and then seeing whether they hold enough weight to be there. Do they deserve to be there? Right? A lot of these stories that we hold in these blocks are around our own image, our self-image, our self-worth, whether we feel that we're deserving, whether we feel that because we haven't achieved it in the past, it's not for me. All these other people can have it, but not me. It's not for me. It's just a dream, a distant dream that I'll have. Maybe I'll be able to achieve this goal, right? Maybe 5 years from now, maybe 10 years from now. So what are you getting from not moving forward? And the fourth thing is, what are you afraid of? What are you afraid will happen if you hit your goals? Now, because we are so powerful and because we have such great insight and foresight, many times we prevent ourselves from actually moving forward and achieving our goals because we're already conjuring up these stories of what will happen when we hit the goal. These additional fears that come up. Will I be able to manage it? Will I be able to maintain it? Will I be able to sustain it? What if I lose it? What if I have to start from ground zero? Just talking to one of my private clients the other day around relationship, and all of these fears were coming up. Many times they might seem rational, but on the other side, also irrational. If this makes sense to you, it makes sense to you. I trust that you get what I'm saying. So what are you afraid of will happen if you hit your goals? If you hit your goals today, if you hit the financial goal today, whew, amazing, $1 million in the bank, got my Tesla, right? Got the love of my life, dream house. So there's one side of it where we're so excited to achieve the goal, and then there's the other side where it actually scares us. It can. Because, okay, I've hit the goal, and I'll speak from personal experience here. Many times I had fitness goals where I would self-sabotage myself, where the goal that I wanted to hit was right here, and I would hit just here because I was afraid that if I had hit the actual goal, number one, can I shine? Am I allowed to shine? Am I allowed to have that dream body? I don't want to make other people feel bad. That was honestly one of the things that blocked me from just making the distance from here to here. Another thing was, and this is why I went through these cycles with my weight, was once I hit the goal, I can chill out, then I started gaining weight, dropping that goal from here to there, and then I would go through this cycle and then never actually hitting the goal. And this might also be with finances. What if I don't hit that goal again? Whatever fears are coming up for you, right? So I trust that you have some ideas in mind and that you have a lot to work with here, right? And I'm going to share with you some ways that we can further bring about abundance. And we'll talk more about this tomorrow. And this is a lot of what I work with inside of my programs and with my one-on-one clients, because these are many times when we experience blocks and encounter blocks, they didn't just happen overnight. They've been built for years and years and years, like bricks in a house. They've been built for years. I very well believed stories that I was believing for over a decade, and then finally had to do some deep emotional work to clear it and to move forward and to rewrite the story, essentially. So it all starts with a choice. I trust that you've gone through some of these prompts, some of these questions, that you will even dive deeper for yourself. And the next thing I want for you to do is on the right side of the page. So if you want to split the page in half with these 4 prompts. So whatever fears that you hold, is it true? Is it true? Is this fear actually true? Yes or no? Is this a valid enough reason for me not to move forward? Number 3, what is it costing me to stay here? What am I getting from not achieving my goal or moving forward or taking action, making a move? And what am I afraid of? What am I afraid will happen if I actually hit this goal? Be real with yourself. Be true with yourself. These are the 4 things you can put on one side of the page. On the other side, so you've written down your doubts, you've written down your worries. On the other side, and I love getting to do this, is to write down, what is your truth? What is your truth? Basically, answering each of the prompts, but now from a place of truth. And you might want to just do a grounding exercise before you dive into this. You might want to do a bit of journaling, meditation before you actually dive into it, so that you know that what is coming through you is truth. And on the other side of the page, just write, what is the truth for you? What is the truth? Truth statements for each thing that comes up. And so this is big work. This is only one of the 101 tools that I can share with you, but I picked out one of my favorites that is quick, easy, effective, and you get to do it today. You get to move past these blocks through today. And so, of course, when it comes to achieving the goal, there's the internal activations, there's the internal clearing work, emotional clearing work, the mindset work, and all the shifting. And then there's the external. What is the actual stuff that we need to get done? What are the strategies for us to do to materialize these goals? Internal and external, right? It's not just one, but a lot of what we're focusing on this week and over these 5 days is a lot of the mindset and internal stuff, because this is foundational. This is where we start. Why? In my experience, what I've seen with all the hundreds of people that I've worked with, and me as my prime subject, when it comes to any sort of goal, nutrition, fitness, love, intimacy, career, finance, nothing will be sustained unless we master our mindset and emotions. And I have a few modules specific to this inside of my programs. And so as we wrap up today, I wanted to share just a few ways that if you want to go deeper in this work, of course, we're meeting tomorrow, same time, to wrap up and to integrate more deeply, is to share a little bit of how you can work with me, how we can work together. If you are experiencing these blocks, and again, I mention this because I can only do so much in 5 days. And the same with everything that I'm sharing with you. From everything that I have inside my toolbox, which I'm so grateful for and honestly very proud of, the toolbox that I've been able to build over the last decade in the areas of neurolinguistics, in the area of timeline therapy, in child healing, inner child healing, healing mother and father wounds, all the way through to quantum manifestation, all of the tools to do with nutrition and fitness and wellness, so taking care of the physical body and the internal body. And what I'm sharing with you and have shared with you over the course of the 5 days are simple but very potent and effective practices, exercises that you can do today to experience massive breakthrough. But this is the reason why this is a reset. a challenge. Because are you going to choose to actually put in the work? And if there's anything that you should take away from these last few days, it's to first get into this state of energetic alignment. And when I say this, I mean that energetically, because we are energetic beings in an energetic universe, vibrational universe, to align yourself, ideally first thing in the morning, so that what comes out, you're first of all filling your cup, and what comes out is truth, your truth. You are not filling your mind with things online, responses, emails, tapping into that logical brain right away. Prime the subconscious. That's a big part of really shifting. It's a subconscious shift. This is the only way that we can shift. This is why I've invested in a dream coach. This is the first time I'm sharing this in this group. I've invested in a dream coach. I'm actually a Dream Jedi apprentice, which is super exciting, because I'm working on priming and renewing and tapping into my subconscious on a deeper level, not just when I'm awake, but when I'm asleep. This is exactly what I teach my clients. Shift, transform your mindset, tap into your subconscious, tap into lucid dreaming. This is what I do. So that you can master your conscious, your subconscious, your waking life, your dream life, the linear, the non-linear. It's so much fun. It's so much fun. And it gets to be fun when we realize that the life that we're living is greater than our actual perception. It's greater than what we see. There's a bigger picture here. And when we're talking about abundance, there is so much abundance. The reality that you desire already exists. But are you taking the steps required for you to achieve that reality? Right? All you need to do is to choose. So, take these exercises with you. We meet same time tomorrow. And if you would like to explore ways to dive deeper into your breakthroughs, into your mindset shifting and transformation, whether it's on the physical level, whether you have fitness goals and nutrition goals, this definitely helps with blocks as well, because when our physical body, our unit, our temple is in tip-top shape functionally, the brain functions. We are a unit. This is holistic. And this is why I do what I do holistically. So if you are looking for that support, then I highly recommend that you drop me a message. You're here for a reason. And if not now, then when? What is holding you back? What is it costing you to stay where you are? What is it costing you to not make any moves forward? A lot of the work that I do, and a lot of what I do in general, is I invest time, resources, money in mentorship and coaches. Last year alone, I spent nearly $40,000 on mentors and coaching. 6-7-figure earners, high impact coaches, precision coaches, energy coaches, because I want to be my best so that I can serve others to a greater capacity. So that the people that I work with don't need to spend that amount of money. At this point, I've spent over 100, I've spent over 6 figures in coaching, mentorship, self-development, healing, all the things. And so the work that I do brings all of these elements in, from the dream architecture, lucid dreaming, to the quantum manifestation, to the energy work, to the mindset rewiring, to the subconscious shifting, to the nutrition work, the fitness, physicality, functionality, right? Holistic. Beautifully holistic. I love it so much. And the shifts that I've seen with the clients that I work with are immense. Promotions, pay raises, feeling their most confident self. It's so much fun. And so if you're curious about this, there are 2 ways that we can work together. If this is the first time that you're diving into this work, I recommend that you work on a one-on-one basis. It's a private container. It's more safe. exclusive container, which I offer. That's number one. And I will be opening the doors today to my Pocket Coach. So this is one of my one-on-one containers. I have a private VIP container, which is $5,000 a month or $12,000 for 90 days. But if you are not quite there in terms of being able to invest, or you're not ready to invest at that level, that's completely fine. This is why I've been called to create something called My Pocket Coach, which is subscription-based. You can choose to subscribe month to month, or you can secure 6 months of working with me. Now, the biggest part about My Pocket Coach is that this is the first time, as this is rolling out, that I'll be offering for you to work with me at basically a 6-month stint. You can get every single month $2,000 worth of coaching and content and support. I'll be dropping the link here so that you can check it out. But the biggest takeaway here is that it's accessible. Whether you want me in your back pocket just to message, at any point you're in the grocery store, you're going through something, I'm there for you, right? There are different tiers. So there's basically 4 tiers. With each tier, you get additional features, so to speak. So the classic, and I'll drop the link here for anyone who is live on your laptop or anything, but it's super, super fun, super affordable. And this is why the current 2022 rates are likely going to double in 2023. Right? So this is the only time that these services and these packages will be at this level of investment, because it is just insane, the support that you're going to receive for the amount of investment. It starts at $399 per month. And if you subscribe for the 6-month packages, pay in full, then you obviously get a lower rate. It goes upwards from $399. The highest package is $2,000 per month. And that just adds more touch points with me, calls, additional calls every month, ranging from 1 to 3, depending on the package you choose. There are 4: Classic, Deluxe, Premium, and Platinum. Premium starts at $399 per month. You get unlimited text and voice messaging access with me anytime, Monday to Friday, typically. With the other plans, you get access to the Wise Woman, which is valued at over $2,000 for the year, $222 per month. So basically you get additional two additional calls, and you get the portal access with all of my master classes, exclusive master classes inside there. So yeah, My Pocket Coach, I'm so excited for it. I'm so excited to work with all of the men and women. This is not exclusive to women, men and women who are ready to level up. And like I said, the level of investment is a no-brainer. No-brainer. If you compare it to my VIP private coaching container, if you want the link to that, I can send that to you. The reason why it's $5,000 is because of all of the things that are included there. $5,000 per month, $12,000 for 90 days, or you can get access to me one-on-one for $399, as low as $399, all the way up to $2,000, depending on the support that you're looking for, depending on where you're at, depending how quickly you want to leap, quantum leap, and depending on how ready you are to take action and to invest in yourself. When we invest in coaches, it's more the trust that you have in yourself. People pay attention when they pay. This is just the reality. When people pay, they pay attention. I'm here to hold you accountable for the greatest version of you. I had someone ask me recently, I think she wanted to work with me. She's been wanting to work with me for a while. And she asked me, do you have any guarantees? I said, I don't have any guarantees. You know why? Because I'm not you. I'm not you. What I can guarantee is that if you fully commit to the work, I will be in your corner. I will be with you there. I'll call you out when necessary. I'll be your greatest cheerleader. I'll provide you all the resources that I've spent well over 6 figures over the last, how many years? about 40,000, 50,000 of that alone just last year. And I'm still investing. I've just invested in a current mentor. I have 3 mentors this year. One's a dream coach, energy coach, and precision coach. And everything that I take from these multi-million-dollar coaches, I bring into my containers. And for $3.99 a month, you get basically hundreds of thousands worth of knowledge, resources, information, meditations, clearing work, deep emotional clearing work, mindset shifting practices, stuff that in almost immediately, perhaps, you could potentially get your return on investment very much easily. So I get very passionate when I share that, but I'll be sharing more tomorrow. I just wanted to share that the doors are officially open. And if you feel called to either join this, to work with me, if you have any questions, just drop me a message on Instagram, send me a message here on Facebook, and we can have a conversation. We can even book a quick 15-minute call if you do have any questions. But I believe that if you know that this is for you, and how to know that this is for you is that you know that this is for you. I don't have to tell you that. You know it for yourself. You know it for yourself, and that is just how it works. And so I don't need to tell you what you do need, but you know deep down. You're here for a reason. And if you decide that you want to work together, I'm super excited. Get ready. All right, everyone. So I hope that you've enjoyed today, clearing abundance blockers. And tomorrow we continue with, wrapping up this container and doing some integration. And the doors are officially open. I'll be sharing the link and sending out an email for additional information. So sending so much love. Have a wonderful, wonderful day and more abundance your way. Bye.